Welcome back to episode 7. Would you have guessed that Chandler is very important to this channel? Clearly, Chris has destroyed himself and his, reputation. And the other noobs have not stayed that long, but Chandler, dude. Chandler is surviving. And I think uh, he is the core of the channel, which is funny because his name is Chandler, so yeah, it's pretty good. While Mr. Beast is chasing views and subscribers, there's some human element in his videos, and I would say it's quite special, and he must not damage that. He must keep Chandler safe. Anyways, welcome to episode 7 out of 27. I am YouTube CEO, and I'm very interested in the most subscribed YouTuber currently on this platform. Now, what we're going to be doing this episode is summoning another council member, which you see right there. It's Pewdiepie. Don't make fun of me making fun of Pewdiepie, okay? So, but the idea is references to Pewdiepie. He was also the most subscribed YouTuber at some point, and for a long time, like 5+ years. And if we count him, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I calculated the days, but I don't remember in terms of years and months. I know it's like almost 3,000 days. I have a thumbnail somewhere. All right, I forgot even the number. I just know that I calculated. Please forgive me, guys. Anyways, so we're gonna see if these people have referenced PewDiePie in any way. I don't know if the celebrities did anything towards PewDiePie. Like it's almost impossible. For some reason, celebrities are very resentful of the new generation of YouTube in general. They still haven't like adopted the mentality that we're also pretty big people and YouTube actually matters. So can you not, like, Justin Bieber literally started his career on YouTube, like nowhere else. He was picked up by celebrities, but generally he started here. So it's a little bit weird. I've actually checked all the Mr. Beast stuff concerning PewDiePie. We're going to discuss that. I also watched the latest video, of course. Spoiler alert. I don't like it. I don't care that much. Also, my country didn't win, so that sucks, bro. Another thing I've done is like rearrange these videos from bad to worse. So this is clearly the best video. All right, and the Mr. Beast has a theme of like releasing 4 types of content on top of just challenges, right? Which is what he's known for. But there's 4 more types of content of him suffering, him doing random things that you can just do with a lot of money, and then buy not so random things, but for God knows what kind of reason, just to flex, I guess, that he can do that. Because comparing, I mean, if you can get a raccoon for $1, that you just got your money's worth. But 250, I don't know how you can get your money back if things go wrong. Like this, it's weird. You have to like, how do you earn that much money? No, it's a vacation though. I don't know what vacation is, anyways. And then there's this last type of content, which I guess it's a people outreach type of content that he found. It's completely fresh and new off the boat. Of course, it happens on his philanthropy channel, and but when you upload on your main channel, like everyone is gonna go nuts, bro. Also, his challenges have been upgraded to a next level. Basically, we had Squid Game, which was also kind of like the end game of 2022, I guess. I don't know. I don't even remember when it came out. It felt like it didn't came out in 2022. It felt like it was a little bit of a 2021 thing. 2022 was when Mr. Beast passed PewDiePie, so I guess that doesn't matter, because no one said anything. I mean, PewDiePie said, I mean, they said it on this video, but it's like, it's late now. Like, it's 8 months late, if not 9 months late, and you guys just kind of want to just poke each other with a stick. That's it. Are you dead yet? Is that the vibe? Are you dead yet? Because I barely got those subscribers, and Mr. Beast just kind of squeezed the entire globe to receive his subscribers. So yeah, that's happening in the maximum scale. Because now Mr. Beast just kind of reveals his ultimate secret of, like, he can actually contact every single country and scramble a person and pull a person into his video. Like, that is a superpower that I can't comprehend. I can't come out of my room without brain damage, but Mr. Beast can just pull people. Of course, if you put a price tag, people gonna fight for it, and people will be on Mr. Beast video now simply because he still gives $2,000 if you participate, so you can't possibly lose. It kind of kills a little bit of the vibe, because at some point of the video, Mr. Beast offers $10,000 to quit, which is one of my favorite things. All right, Italy, and I think some kind of country that I will never understand the name of, Fiji Islands or some bullshit like that, have actually conceded for $10,000. So basically, Italy wins, because that's the only country that I can recognize as a country and not a fucking island. Which apparently there were a few islands in there and that I didn't even know were actually countries. Like, that's weird. Just be a part of Indonesia, okay? Just shut the fuck up about your island. Of course you will take $10,000 into your island. Like, where else will you get resources if not for Mr. Beast? Anyways, so those were the highlights of the video. I'll show you the pieces, essentially. Where else we're gonna go? So, again, we're looking for PewDiePie references. All you have to do is just type PewDiePie on the channel, and you'll pretty much get what you're looking for. Right, I watched all these videos. Is there anything relevant, though? No, he's just kind of playing with the idea of PewDiePie. But there is one relevant thing. There is. Again, Mr. Beast has been playing with PewDiePie's numbers. The moment PewDiePie was in trouble with his numbers of subscribers, Mr. Beast's brain just started working of, like, shit, PewDiePie needs something. We need to figure out how to get that thing by any means necessary. So at that point, Mr. Beast's brain just clicked of, like, okay, we need to figure out how to get subscribers by all means necessary. And it never really unswitched his brain. Like, okay, if PewDiePie doesn't want subscribers, then I want more subscribers. And then if PewDiePie wants to retire, then I can just take the #1 spot. No big deal. I'm not sure, but retirement video I think came after the Mr. Beast wins the top tier spot. I'm not sure why PewDiePie was so keen on keeping the crown so much and then just giving it away when he was defeated, sort of. Yes, numbers mean a lot of things, but Mr. Beast is technically cheating. All right, like, yes, being able to spread your message across the world is pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a skill. But it's not necessarily valuable to the platform that you just steal everyone's eyeballs and just make them focus on your channel specifically. But unless we feel connected somehow and not competing against each other and starting wars, which is, you know, the joke of this video. It's like, we're just gonna start some wars. Yeah, I mean, if an island would have won this competition, it would probably just disappear from the map, just, randomly. Of course. So we're lucky that, an actual country. I believe it was Libya versus uh, something that I already forgot because it was a smaller country. And yeah, I've, obviously Africa wins. All right, let's just. I didn't even knew that Libya was an African country. By the way, I was confused. And yeah, again, this video contains PewDiePie in there. So if you didn't watch this one, you actually have to click on it, uh, just for the sake of this reference, just for the sake of getting the vibe. And now we're gonna dive in. There's not much criticism about Mr. Beast on this episode. I don't need it, but the kicker is, all right. There's Marcia, which is a water element, and I'll show you the matrix. Technically, any personality and basically anyone should be able to be the most subscribed YouTuber. And I was like trying to figure out, oh my god, it's so convenient for PewDiePie to be here because PewDiePie is like a wind element and he's trying to like drain water. But in general, the PewDiePie's vibe, and we have to introduce him as a creator, PewDiePie's vibe is to show up every single day and pick up on the vibes of the entire platform. So he started with the horror genre to get himself comfortable and become fearless in general, and he was starting to grow in subscribers because people were also like picking on the vibe that he's fearless, he's not gonna be afraid of getting attention, which is like the new thing on the internet. Getting attention is kind of fascinating right now, and he's not gonna like change much because he's just sitting in his room. He's not like flexing his luxury items and all that shit. So, and eventually he gets a girlfriend that's also like super attractive and everything is working out. So Marcy is actually like the core of his content, all right? Because this is where YouTube was at. PewDiePie just kind of filled in that space. And the moment Marcia, backed away from YouTube, like you knew things were going downhill. You knew that we're not going to recover from that one. That PewDiePie is eventually getting into retirement one way or the other. And it switched to Mr. Beast now. Mr. Beast is going to finish off over here, diving deep into the Matrix and hitting rock bottom, basically. But he's not the core of the channel, just like Marcia was the core of PewDiePie's channel and was actually carrying the vibe and making people feel safe and all that shit. Chandler is the person in the core of Mr. Beast. Now, yes, that means you get to protect Chandler or attack Chandler. You get to decide which side do you like. All right, that's the fun of it. Even when I just help you discover something, that doesn't mean that it's solved. That just mean that it's in the open. Now you know where to focus if you want to unleash your energy. And I'm hoping that people are somewhat moral because I'm still not, suffering in pain right now. So I'm just suffering from X's hatred towards me. But, this is what you have to focus. Why? Because, again, Mr. Beast needs a core that he can just sort of burn, but not harm. He can sort of, like, make Chandler very, very silent. And, obviously, Chandler needs to do stuff. He needs to be excited to do things. But if he wants to be silent, that's fine. All right? If he, if he's a calm dude that doesn't have anything to say, that's fine because that's his personality. We get to know him now. All right? He's kind of like me. And he's not ranting like me, though. So that's pretty good. It's a good job, Mr. Beast. I wish I didn't have to rant. Where's my $10,000? So that's that piece. Now, what's gonna happen? Like right now, Mr. Beast is entering the halfway point, where he's probably gonna start realizing, oh shit, that's pretty important. Why is Chandler important to the channel? All right, why is that? Again, I just explained, like, it's a human element. We need to be related to something. We can't possibly relate to Mr. Beast because he just looks too fucking smart, too smirk. You know, he cheated the system. He found a cheat code. He found loopholes. But there's like humans around him, his friends, who did not figure everything out. All right, who's still like struggling to understand what the fuck do we do. And clearly, most of the friends that he had, like, completely mentally collapsed. It feels like it doesn't feel good when you're observing them. But Chandler is an exception, and that is my, the whole spiel of how I will think about this whole situation. Now again, there's this part of the Matrix which is completely unexplored. Ray William Johnson, Niga Higa, hi, it's Fred. This is unexplored territory that I still haven't defined. What the fuck is this? Because Pewdiepie was not always #1 subscribed in the Mr. Beast. There was more stuff in there. That and T-Series doesn't even count. But what it counts for, it can piss in your mouth because it's above you. Alright, so when Mr. Beast trashes T-Series or PewDiePie trashes T-Series, they have to understand that humans do count. The number does count. It counts for something, right? So if you really care about the number, you still have to respect T-Series, alright? They don't have a front runner, they don't have a face, but they have a lot of people that you have to understand what's going on. Why they subscribe to this thing, Why do you care about music so much? And it makes you really emotional eventually, which turns into tier series. That's how I call it. And it already has 1,000 points. And it's gonna go above and beyond that because it's very deep. Alright, it's very deep. So you can't make fun of T-Series. And luckily Mr. Beast didn't disrespected it. So congratulations. You did another cool thing. I will have to like super duper respect it because, I still have to undo what PewDiePie did. But, and you will figure out what's going on when we deal with it. I can just bring Indian scammers, though, and how funny they are. But if they provoke so much emotion within you, they can do different sort of emotions. They can just do complete. They can do human sacrifice to make you shocked, and they can definitely torture themselves to make you upset and sad, and they can definitely do crazy stupid things and say stupid things that are completely outrageous. They're just capable of doing that because they have the manpower. All right, and if they hold the internet hostage, T-Series is not a fucking harmless fucking channel as you would think. All right, so when it's above Mr. Beast, I also respect it just a little bit above Mr. Beast when it comes to even the power level potential. But let's not talk about, the thing. And don't be scared, because nobody watches my channel. If you want the secret scoop of the sauce of YouTube, you came to the right place. Alright? You're lucky. And you should be subscribed, of course, if you're feeling really lucky. But otherwise, you will have to hide me in your closet from your wife or whatever. I'm not gay, by the way. I'm just very vocal, alright? So if you put me in your closet, I will not speak so loud and annoy everyone. Anyway, so let's untangle more nuggets of information and begin looking into the other channels, seeing if they reference PewDiePie at all. I know Jake Paul and Logan Paul sort of went into that phase where they got PewDiePie's attention. We will have to watch these videos again. But everyone else is not so much on board, I don't think. We're gonna have to explore a little deeper, because we need to, like, squeeze references, even if it's by force. Even if we have to create it out of thin air. We still need some reference just to see if there's a rabbit hole of some kind. So, all right, let the competition continue. Mr. Beast actually got a ridiculous amount of points. I'm not gonna lie. He is not behind yet. And Andrew Tate is making waves as well, as I've looked into this. It's actually a pretty interesting moment I want to share with you guys at high level of speed.
It is hard for you to stay present, right? Like you come present, and then you go to a thought, you go to an idea, and you talk, and it's very convincing, and it's very persuasive. And you're asserting your worldview, your frame of reality, which...
Basically, I mean, Andrew Tate is aggressive and is trying to convince you and is trying to out-talk you when he gets triggered. But it's not that impressive. And it's tough. It's tough to just, like, make relevant moves without putting too much energy. Because it's very easy to become paranoid when you feel like you need to explain yourself a little bit too much. I allow myself to be paranoid because it's just fun that way. My fear is to be bored. Andrew Tate's fear, I'm not sure, but he's just, like, generally fearing for his life and for his reputation that, you know, has been shown to be disruptible, to say the least.
You know, but, like, sometimes, like, I lose you there. Like, I'm like, where are you? Like, there's words, but I can't feel you entirely.
I understand.
You know what I mean? And I want to, like, feel you more.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand. But I don't think...
But just stay with that. Just stay in that. Like, don't let your mind go. Just stay in the feeling. Yeah, don't go off with the thought.
So what am I feeling right now? Let me...
But just stay with me.
Okay.
Just stay with me and be present in the experience with no words and see what happens.
Sure.
Like, something will change.
Yeah, you can feel the level of narcissism where, does Andrew Tate even exist? You know, that is running in his brain. Where is he right now? Where is Andrew Tate, by the way? Where's that color of Bugatti to identify Andrew Tate with? Because it's very difficult to find Andrew Tate right now without typing his name. He doesn't naturally show up for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
In how we relate to each other. Something will soften. Like, if you let yourself soften and just be with me, right? Which is kind of a weird experience for two men to have, right? But it's actually what children long for with their father. It's actually what we long for, is deeper levels of connection.
Yes.
You just let yourself be here with me and just see what happens.
But then what are we going to talk about?
We don't have to talk about anything. Doesn't it feel good to feel another man? Like, it's just to feel the strength, like, without the words, without that layer of thought and dialogue and discussion. Come back.
I'm thinking.
Come back.
But
Don't think.
But I have to.
You don't have to. Just be here. This is the place you get to when you're fighting. It feels good.
It's true, but
doesn't it feel good?
Yes, but there's an action involved. Like, I can feel everything about the person I'm fighting, whether it's good or bad. I can feel if I've hurt them or not.
Feel me.
I don't get to punch you, my friend.
You don't.
It's been good fun, and I feel like I've learned some things, and I feel like we need to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was fun.
By the way, I get attacked for fucking moving my leg. I got attacked in a hospital environment. So I can do the same thing to Andrew Tate? No, not really. But, I mean, it's information. It's some kind of information. It's just, for me personally, it's, like, uncomfortable to just sit in one place and not do anything. So I understand Andrew Tate's point of view of, like, I'm addicted to action. I want to break things down. I want to be the best because I am the best, you know. No, you were the best for, like, 1 month maybe at most. So I don't know if that's, I mean, his definition is being the shield of Mr. Beast, because, you know, if you can be the best, for a certain amount of time. I guess you deserve it to fill in that empty space that Mr. Beast has, because you need 2 members to form a team. You need an extrovert and introvert. Haha. Ha ha ha. One thing I forgot to mention is if I am the 3rd one to carry the torch, yes, I would be in a major spotlight, because I'm also an earth element, and that's kind of a epic match. Like, these guys don't match with the elements. The water element is required, and here's the earth element required. I am the earth element, but I still need fuel. I still need that super amazing, valuable things. Fucking diamonds, bro. To feed into my system, and I have to convince those kind of people, that tribe, to do so, which is very, very difficult, all right? These are like ignorant people by default, and they're kind of willing to be convinced otherwise, but it's a tough fight, and I still don't, I still have not cracked this. All right, I have to admit, hopefully like next year, now that I have a priority target in a way, because they're really powerful. If you want a diamond that has been haunting me, it's my first ever crush. And from there, it only gets worse. All right, it just gets worse. Because she's still haunting me, you know, like I still haven't like defeated the vibe. I only embraced it, but she's not there anymore. All right, but it's, I don't know whose fault is it. I just have to move forward and find other diamonds off the platform. So I found Jewel, renamed her into Jewel. You can call her Black Jewel if you want, if that's more convenient. So that's a big chunk of diamonds, all right? Potentially, I can just, you know, have 1 diamond, but technically I am collecting all these things. They're also like miniature gemstones, so, and Jewel is like the biggest one. And hopefully there's more, all right? Oh, hopefully there's more, but if I'll ever need to really highlight the idea, like she's the star of YouTube Rewind, and I have to worship her because that's where it all started, and it might not be a coincidence, you know? It might not be a coincidence that she's the one. So I still have to keep an eye on her really carefully and try and lead her into the right place and all that shit, because, you know, I might be the star of the show, but I need to find something that will elevate me, you know? And only wind can do it. Not fire. Nope. And Mr. Beast definitely cannot elevate me by just giving me money and all that shit, so he's not gonna save me. I need something completely different. I guess I'll save this. And it kind of just has a very interesting application. If I can help Jewel exist more, and I can care for her, and I can do something with her, I have to appreciate the moments. And obviously make it fair, which is extra time spending with Jewel. I have to like maximize that shit if I can. Because she's kind of like behind everyone else in terms of power level. But like not really, because I mean she's not that popular or is capable of making content. I can only dig deeper and find, you know, her presence across YouTube, but that's all I can do. It's quite fascinating. I will do more of that, but we have to focus on PewDiePie's presence on the platform. PewDiePie is also a wind element, technically a diamond in the rough. He might be able to, you know, support me a little bit. unlike Mr. Beast, because I can't comprehend Mr. Beast's behavior at all. He's too outdoorsy for me, you know, while I'm fucking stuck. But one thing I can understand is like Minecraft, and that's all I can understand. There's Minecraft somewhere. Oh, he doesn't make Minecraft videos anymore? I don't know, man. So let's find PewDiePie in other channels, starting with... Well, we have to start the same way. Starting with the hardest. Just how do we find PewDiePie here? The cool part about PewDiePie is that he's comprised of many words, this guy. So we can find some pie, which we know is yummy. We can find die, which turns into a ghost. And who the fuck Pew is, I don't know, man. Is it Drew Gooden in disguise? Is that what's going on? Actually, Drew is a team thing. He wears t-shirts. That's all I know about it, okay? And it's supposed to be some kind of group of people that do that. Drew House or some bullshit like that. We could explore that concept and listen to those two songs. Well, Drew House right there. It's actually the recent upload and Justin Bieber disappeared. And it's Tokyo. Drew... Okay, we need to check this out. Alright, Drew House... Tokyo, what? What are you doing in Tokyo, Justin Bieber? You're hunting down PewDiePie. That's not good. So I guess Pew stands for location. Alright? Stands for location. Now, I'm not sure how... I mean, no, we're sure. Like, any content I find that it's linked with PewDiePie is gonna do it. Mr. Beast is actually linked with PewDiePie directly by 4 times. And he gets... let's see... Where's that dude? He gets 138 points of influence from PewDiePie and recently got plus 20. So that's cool for Mr. Beast. Having 600, he's still like #1 race car if you take single targets, but that's about it. Everyone else is gonna start catching up. I'm not gonna lie. This is not gonna be easy for him. He needs secret weapons. He needs the secret Chandler sauce. Is all I'm asking. Did I mention that Pew stands for location? Alright. So Drew is pretty close. Pretty close to Pew. Pew location, locating that PewDiePie is right now in Japan. And anything Japan related and like anime related as well sort of works. As long as we're just exploring and not just diving in. So if I'm not sure what the fuck is going on, it's fine to watch the video. I also need... I want to figure out why the fuck it's Tokyo. Why do they have a Drew House? What's going on? He puts on a beer mask and starts fisting air. I mean, you do have to run away into Japan if you have a lot of fans and they're growing up, basically. It's the only place you can run to. Or so you think. The anime girls are pretty powerful, though. Actually, Yummy shows up first. But, I only care about this. Will it make me cry is the question, because he would get 60 points for that shit. Oh my god. Because he might get linked with PewDiePie directly.
Young blood thinks there's always tomorrow. And if you can't be next to me.
Last thing that is absolutely unrelated is YouTube Rewinds 2013. But it's just related to PewDiePie, right? Well, Selena now owns this rewind, so we can play this. And Selena is linked with Justin. The Secret of the Fox is now known for me. It's a fucking circle. Alright? You either inside of the circle or you're outside. And if you're inside, you grow, and if you're outside, you don't. But sometimes Mr. Beast hijacks the fucking circle, and then you have to be outside of the circle and not go to Mr. Beast to get burned, basically. That's the secret of the fox, guys. Chat means here in Lithuanian.
What the fuck say?
Anyways, I need to summon Darks. If we want to talk about Jake Paul and Logan Paul, we need to remind you guys that only in the dark side I was able to find people like that, who behave like them. What dark side is? Orphanage. People who have lost their parents and they have no love, basically. But they still have to survive and transform into like semi-monsters to be able to leech love, to make other people bleed love, basically. And it could have been really bad for me if I, wasn't paying too much attention what these guys were doing. Because both bullies showed up, both versions of these people have showed up, their personalities. But there's more to it. I'm not gonna dissect this thing, because we just spawned it out of nowhere. Because I realized, oh my god, there was like this person who couldn't hear properly, but he would hear when you would say, oh, and it kind of made sense, but now I'm just like, shit, do you want me to be a dog and then you will hear me? Isn't that manipulative? And I'm like, that's probably exactly what's going on. Their hearts transforming them into manipulative monsters, basically. That crave attention. Crave you to do stupid things for them. Which is the maximum amount of, like, commitment you need to do. It's, like, genius and it's disgusting at the same time. But you sort of understand why that's happening. They don't have parents. They have to be monsters until they are defeated, basically. And then they have to find a way to scramble themselves into a normal behavior. Also, dark side spawned monster category, because there's that dude that shows up. Actually, it's the other way around. That dude that shows up from orphanage and bothers my mom, but he doesn't want to bother me because he knows how bad it can get if he bothers a strong person. But he's probably also willing to throw some resources at it to just see my limits as well. As if he's like bothered by, me protecting my mom. Like, excuse me? You're gonna get destroyed, annihilated. So it's up to him, to go either way. To find how deep he wants to fucking dig his grave. But it is what it is. If you don't know, I mean, monsters don't know how to talk, how to communicate at all. They can tell me to suck someone's dick. I don't know. I don't know what even that means. Anyways, besides the point, I just had to throw it out there that Darkseid is now online. In fact, Joker's gonna lose some points because I sort of made a friend in the dark side, but you know you can't make friends in the dark side. You just can't. It's all fake. I was just conveniently being scammed. And it's almost like it was like incredibly convenient. They wanted to take my laptop and take my computer in exchange for goodies, you know. What kind of data we can find on this guy? That was next level scam, I'm not gonna lie. Like super high level that I didn't even fucking notice that it just happened under my nose, you know. I just really wanted a phone, and I was willing to just give him the hard drive, but I didn't notice how fucking scammy and fucking disgusting that is. What he was doing. He's still around though, so if you want to bother him, he's right here in the waiting room. The Neo dude. So let's rename him into Ask Me About the Hard Drive. Yeah, that's your new name. Starts with an A, so it's easy to find. One fun fact about YouTube is I can clickbait people and they're gonna get enraged, hopefully, right? Not really. I think people are pretty understanding and calm, at least at the start of their existence on my channel. But you can always imagine of like, oh, that's not why I wanted to click on this one. I don't agree with this. There's some people like that trying to wiggle themselves out and trying to make me uncomfortable for being viral. It's not my fault, you know. It's not this not my fault. This is just a piece of art that you guys decided was relevant. I have no control in getting views. Because obviously I would do that all the time. See how easy it is for me to plug my card game channel? We're not done yet. We also have to open PewDiePie's channel and reverse search. We could reverse search for Mr. Beast, but I don't know if I want to. Past means subs, blah blah blah. I could check the review, that's something. There's a lot of Mr. Beast stuff, right? So if there's too much, I'll just watch one video. I can only like watch a certain amount of content, right? So I'll just watch 10 minutes of this. PewDiePie doesn't even understand the rules of this. Doesn't understand that motion detection is enabled. Obviously he got fucking attacked for that, right? And laughed at. But he's just sitting here clueless. It's so weird. Oh, but it is pretty hard. Well, you enable green light by pressing one button and disable green light. That's the hard part, is just listening to Mr. Beast, because someone has to do that in terms of programming, and then they explode.
232 of you survived.
I thought for sure he would spread this out to like a bunch of episodes. No, my dude just put it in one.
Reveal.
It looks so gross. They've like been sucking and smucking on it.
Yeah, that's the strategy of not letting the cookie crumble.
7 days.
Alright, so it's time for a sponsored exit out of Mr. Beast thing. Does Justin Bieber exist? Yes, he does. Let's go. Which one do we watch? Is my daughter. There you go. No, it's a little bit weird. Damn. He definitely has 5 videos about Justin Bieber, because you have to have some.
It's free of fragile.
This is what he did. Try to avoid brain damage. Please. Where's stuff?
S and the color. And there we have it, folks. Almost as good as the original. After before. You're welcome.
Yeah, the power of PewDiePie, look at that. Yeah, Jewel, out of all people, know how haters look like. And she can cut them off really fast. But at the same time, she could slowly dive into just darkness in general. Anyways, so that's done with Justin Bieber. Now with Timberlake, it's going to be a lot more complicated. So Timberlake might not actually have much to offer himself. Comes around, can't stop the feeling. All of this is signaling me to go to, you know... What was it? It doesn't even refer to his band. Oh yeah, how does Mr. Beast trick people into getting into his circle? When people don't actually grow in that circle, they compete. So you put some shit in the middle, right? And everyone's trying to get there. And survive the circle. As it shrinks. But it just kind of puts people at odds with each other, which now he's playing with entire worlds. Isn't that crazy? Now let's see. He's still the front runner in the first place. 3 years ago. Okay. So let's see what would be relevant here. Girlfriend, boys. Let's do Gone for Die. And I Want You Back for Pie. Well, I can't stop crying now. Can I even make the fucking episode at this point? Oh my God. This is not supposed to be Jewel's episode. Unless she likes number 7 a lot. Which is weird. That would be Sunday, though. Hmm? Primed up a lot of tears, man. How does that make any sense? This has nothing to do with PewDiePie's brand, bro. He was defeated by T-Series, I guess. So let's not let ourselves be defeated by T-Series, okay? Because that would be fucking stupid. If we let that happen one more time. We have 10 more minutes. I still have to... Bye-bye, Rebecca. If you do that... You click on this video all of a sudden.
Let's see if my...
It's too fucking sentimental at this point. So it's just a weird connection. Jesus. Giving Timberlake a ridiculous boost of 100 points? Hmm? Oh, I thought the dude was singing Bye Bye Bye, but she did. She did. As her intro, she has to sing 2 songs, basically.
Trying to front on an early, so they play themselves.
They play themselves.
The night. Majesty and Stephanie's chairs are locked. Do you know who you want to go after?
I think I have an idea of who I want.
Okay, because we have a limited amount of time, PewDiePie has to choose. Where do we go? I mean, clearly Logan Paul and Jake Paul have been fucking sucking up the juice of the internet. So their chairs are locked as well. Let's lock them in. Alright? We lock these guys. So which one? Which one do you choose? I'm gonna multiply their connection. So Shane Dawson technically appears 5 times. 6? 7? Yeah, 8 times, but Jimmy Fallon doesn't show up at all. Everyone was inviting PewDiePie, you know, except for that guy and that guy. How dare you? Even Mr. Beast's name is Jimmy, dude. You gotta get a fucking hint. Take a hint. PewDiePie was reacting to Shane Dawson's like One Direction. We have like 8 points on this side in that sense. But what about Smosh? And I guess I'll just add the points together. It's a lot more convenient. So it's not, well, not really. It's 8 and 0. But Smosh is an entire channel that could just entirely be ignored as well by Pews. But you know what? Maybe I have an idea, because he did not ignore this channel. He was collaborating back in the day, and that's all we're gonna watch now. All of these other ones are disqualified, and we do have an idea. I literally forgot about it. And you guys probably don't even know. Collab. 13 videos to watch. That is a huge event. Even though Mr. Beast has 4 links of with PewDiePie, Smosh is gonna have a lot more. And mainly Ian and Anthony is gonna directly take those links. Because Smosh has evolved a little bit. So Mr. Beast is gonna be humiliated. Even in that one thing that he did so well, is support PewDiePie for a few episodes, you know.
Oh my god!
Only I died.
Dude, I survived! I survived too! Yeah!
You survived.
Elephant high five! Giraffes have weak neck.
You were thinking I'd die. Big surprise.
Giraffe was getting ridden by the motorcycle. Pew pew!
Giraffe power.
Pew! Die! Die! Pew! Die! Yeah, that's how you got your name, huh?
You figured it out.
I figured out Pew die! And then pie, because you love pie.
Exactly.
Now everyone.
How do I spell
I'm
that?
pretty sure it's not a bicycle.
What? Oh, it's a.
Yeah, it's a 3-wheel
What the hell? I just thought you were really stupid at drawing it.
I mean, is PewDiePie getting taught English here? Is that what's going on?
You shouldn't say it out loud because then
Well-
I'll type it faster than you.
Well, you didn't, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't? Ah.
Nope. Damn. Don't try to be cool and shit. Holy shit, who's gonna grab the title?
We're all tied?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't see the score. There's one sinister thing where horror is pretty horrifying, like actual horror. And I'm talking about your heart being attacked. If your mind gets attacked, that's whatever. But when your heart gets attacked, like, your reality fucking gets twisted. And you can feel the pull of, like, your future. And, like, bad things are about to happen. Because you basically can predict your future. And technically just your future. Which is, it's fucking crazy, man. They're not playing a horror game, they're just playing Gmod. But, you know the vibes.
You even lift.
Because the thing about YouTube and anything ever is that everything matters. And that is the scariest thing. Once you click that button and you say to yourself, everything matters, there's no coincidences, you click a few buttons, and then life is horrifying, you know? But it still works exactly that way that you told yourself. Again, I've learned personalities, I've learned that everything has a personality, that everything is interconnected, everything you put in your brain obviously matters because it makes you think about certain things. Like, everything is so interconnected that, to me, everything is scary as well. Except for horror games, because I don't give a fuck about that. It's intentionally horrifying, so it's meaningless. So it's like, whatever, right? But if it's educational, then it's fucking horrifying, dude. Stop that. Inside your body, you have this many bones. No, dude. Stop educating me. Oh, this is why PewDiePie went viral, I would imagine. Fucking he turns into Swedish demon himself. You know, I'm scarier when I get scared. And you don't understand what he's saying, so it's cool and stuff. In other words, he reacted Gangnam Style. Yep. So I made this viral video that also is a deck that also still has 100% win rates. I'm just saying. This is the final boss to Diamond 5. And I hate Death Knights. Oh my god.
With just ourselves because we're little pussies, so we brought a friend with us.
Introduce yourself.
And I believe that they're little pussies because they deal with, like, superpowers in their channel. So they can imagine all sorts of fucking wacky, horrifying things that could happen. But with the friends, it's a whole nother dynamic. Very interesting.
On him.
Looks like they're playing Postal, I guess. Because he gets to pee everywhere. Yep. That's the title.
Oh, kill him.
Yeah, it's a disgusting game. I probably want to skip that. But you get the vibe. Like, funny enough, it doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up. The world is changing. And I'm getting Borklet twice with half of his deck. So that's cool.
I almost forgot. This is the most important one. Yeah. Some beautiful, beautiful lipstick.
Oh, it's all on your teeth.
I'm not.
What, did it cost them #1 spot on YouTube to do that?
Really matter?
Yeah, so now we get to the story where PewDiePie passes Smosh and all that. And he wants to talk about it a little bit. 3 minutes. Honestly, this video is wholesome. Oh look, they're playing Among Us. But an old version. Where he's innocent and stuff. But he has a... How can you be innocent and have a fucking sniper rifle? That's all they had to change for Among Us. And guys, well, Among Us is kind of like a fancy game, to be honest. But it has to, like, hit the spot. It had to become viral on pandemic when people realized, oh shit, I gotta do something social, you know? Yeah, in a prop hunt, you should have cool guns, but your ammo should be limited. And once you run out of ammo, you should lose the game. You shouldn't... Should it be timed as well? I don't know. It's kind of fancy. That's what Anthony said. It's like you can die by shooting a wrong object.
Okay.
Now, can you tell me where I can get my diaper changed? I just shit my pants like a bunch of times.
That's a weird one. I don't want to watch this.
Every switch ever.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel.
Our channel.
For this episode of Ian is bored.
Smosh is bored.
Whatever.
We're gonna be eating some international foods that you guys mailed to us.
Most of it is expired, but we don't care. Whatever, we're gonna do it. Let's go.
That is so funny. I didn't catch the joke the first time I saw it. Fucking expired foods, bro. It's so true. But they would normally just eat candy, chips, that sort of stuff. Besides that playlist that I found, there's obviously the interview between PewDiePie and Mr. Beast. Like, they're like the biggest, right? Except one in Germany.
Such a dedicated...
Yeah. Talk to Mr. Beast as well at the same time. It's about time to do that. Funny enough, like, Mr. Beast is not gonna get Smosh links to Smosh, but he's just gonna get links to Ian and Anthony. So he's not gonna get full meal in here. He's gonna get jinxed.
Name for yourself on YouTube. Do you feel any sense of pressure to live up to expectations people have of you?
If people don't like a video, it'll make me depressed. I'll probably cry.
Yeah.
Because it hurts my feelings. But then I just write down, what I can fix. And
First I get depressed and then I cry. And then I start strategizing how to beat this demon.
Work though, still. Is it still fulfilling?
I probably scale down more and more as I go, but yeah, I still enjoy doing it.
Where do you think you'd be today if YouTube never existed?
I was studying to become like this CEO type of position job, and it's just like, I can't imagine that fitting me at all. I also...
What the fuck? Stop glitching, bro. This is so annoying. CEO? Really?
Luckily.
The other part was him, like, landing the plane of like, oh, maybe making YouTube videos is not as exciting anymore. And Mr. Beast is gonna hit the same ceiling, I would imagine. In some kind of fashion, but maybe in a more spectacular fashion. Maybe he's gonna start running out of money or realizing how scary just moving money around is when it's so mean, or just money itself changes. Like there's plenty of spectacular endings to Mr. Beast's career as well.
no, once I counted 100,000 and did that stuff, it's been pretty easy.
One thing I never understood is being on top of the YouTube algorithm and all that.
When you got started, there was no algorithm.
Now, when you start off YouTube now, it seems like you really need to be really savvy with it. I just did things that luckily worked out, but I feel like it could have easily gone either way because I have no idea. I have no clue.
Yeah, we were never told that watch time was becoming...
It's such a pain in the ass to try and understand the algorithm, even though technically it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious what the idea behind it is. And yeah, they're complaining that they were never told, but it's such an anxiety-inducing idea to try and comprehend how to take advantage of it. Because the best thing you can take advantage of is to just use the simple method of whatever is successful, whatever you can put out with maximum happiness, and then whatever actually feeds you happiness back also is somewhat successful. So you can actually make a math equation of happiness on what you're just posting shit posts, but some of the shit posts are going to be successful, some of them are not going to be successful. And you also still need to know which out of successful ones you actually want to make. So you take the 50% maybe or 20% most successful things and you grow that. It's probably the strategy that's gonna work for me, right?
Especially in recent months.
A lot of it feels very...
drama, scandals.
Unimportant, at least comparing it to how riled up people are. It kind of makes me sad how people are so invested in these YouTube dramas and all this shit. And I'm like, really?
Right.
This matters to you?
The drama gets the most views because it gets the highest.
It's definitely deep. The drama definitely entangles you, but if you do it in a negative way, you get nothing.
Just try to help. This is a good time to just not think about yourself too much, but think about others.
Go support the humanitarian crisis in Yemen. Donate to charity.
Don't do that. You need to live a proper life, and you need to feel safe yourself. And to save children, you can, you know, have your own children. Yeah, people suffer, but like, is it your problem? Is it really? Because it's yours if you can solve it. And easily. Without really much effort or resources. And you're the most efficient one. And you get resources for solving it. You don't know where this money goes to, but it is what it is. Can you just one more point, and they will get 6 links, and I will have to wrap up the video, obviously. So can I find that? Or should I just concede? Oh, if it contains Pewdiepie, then whatever. Yeah, I don't know. At some point it will matter, but for now just 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Mr. Beast also gets linked twice now? First? Oh yeah, because of Chris. Interview. And here you go. I mean, these two teams are now way ahead. Again, Mr. Beast can squeeze Andrew Tate by the balls and catch up. Surely. We'll see what happens. So stay tuned, because this is a long-running series. You know, anime series.